Alright, so we're gonna pick up, what I'm saying? I know I left off in 10th grade speaking about, all the things that I experienced my 12th grade year, which was, I wouldn't say it was a good year all in all, even though I had, different things in a relationship tip and stuff like that I was dealing with, but my 11th grade year was, at Miramar High School, I always gotta, highlight and let people know where I went to school at. This year was much more smooth. I could say that. Like, ninth grade, 10th grade, I had things I had to learn, I had to go through X, Y, and Z, But now I'm comfortable in the position that, I was in. So now I'm coming into football, starting at a few positions. Then, also this was the year where I really laid it in the track and found out that okay, track was something that I really wanted to do, And, like I say, to me, deep down inside, I love running. So if it's just me running, I'm all in, you understand me? I feel like the probably most difficult thing I had to deal with during the track was learning how to pass that baton. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, pacing yourself and, all that. But what was beautiful about the 11th grade year was, football season. It was amazing. Had a lot of fun. Put up my little numbers to, start getting noticed a little bit here and there. And then, we had camps afterwards. So that was the beautiful part of 11th grade was school-wise, it was like, it's, it's not good to, say these things. Like, I'm not proud of it, but it was like, I went into class and I did what I had to do, but I also had a lot of fun, so I can't lie and sit here and say, like, I didn't, go spend half the day in the gym or, in another teacher class and, hanging out. But I still got my grades to do what I needed to do. But I really was having a lot of fun this year. Like, just when my little circle, you know what I'm saying? All of them boys started having their own kind of identity. Some of them had identities they didn't really, care for. To this day, they still kind of, you know, get haunted by these personalities that they created. But at the end of the day, I had me a group of friends that, you know, I really enjoy being around, you know what I'm saying? Then I still have the whole brotherhood, my whole football team, I guess you could say. So, it was never no real beef, I feel like, between me or anybody on that team. So it was just like some things they might do I might not agree with, but, to each his own. I'm not really that person that's going to make a big deal out of nothing, especially if, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it really was unneeded. So this was the year, we did, we did, I want to say, really, really well. I believe this was the year, if I'm not mistaken, because, it was a little while ago, and that's why I be wanting to get the film so I could stay on top of it and keep watching it. But I want to say this was the year that I want to say we made it maybe second round, third round, you understand me? And yeah, we lost, so it wasn't like no state championship looking nothing like that, but we made it a nice little way, you know what I'm saying? And me being a junior at this time, yeah, I'm starting and everything, but now I'm really more pumped up, I guess you could say, about that next year. Cause that next year I'm gonna be a senior in high school, Like I said, we went to these camps, went to West V. At the end of that year, we went to West V, went to Pitt, we went to Tuskegee, and that was really dope too, I could be honest with y'all. And, I went out there and I really performed very, very, very well, you understand me? Like, it was really, really dope. And at that time, Rich Rodriguez was the head coach, and, we had different players, Like I say, I was very, very cocky and, narcissistic and egotistical back in the day. So certain things, happened that I loved. Like, if we had to walk up a mountain, if y'all don't know West Virginia, that's just, the Mountaineers. I think it explains itself. We had like most of the time we had to walk up to the mountains or the practice field from where we was staying at in the dorms, and that was a nice little walk. But we got to the point where, me and a couple of the other dudes, we got to ride on the golf cart, you feel me? We ain't have to take that walk. We got to go meet the players, at that time. I would want to believe it was uh, Pat White, them boys, with Slate in the background. I mean, the running back position. So we got to meet a lot of them other dudes, even dudes that was back home. I can't remember their name now because it was a while ago. But let's just say that year, West V had Pat White and all them boys, and they was doing their thing. We got to go in there, meet a couple of them boys, you know what I'm saying? Get to, talk about their program, because I want to say they was interested. Like I told y'all, West V was one of the ones I definitely was thinking about. So we got to see how they eat. They had their own little chef and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? They had a bunch of different drinks, but then I also learned that most of that food, most of that stuff they drink got a lot of protein or whatever they want in it to help your body grow and get stronger. So I learned that too about college, you feel me? In that one little trip, you feel me? But yeah, it was really cool, man. We went to Pitt. They had the best DB in Pennsylvania, routed him up to the point where the coaches started putting our players against us because nobody else could stick us, you feel me? And I didn't really like it because, we all trying to, look good out here. So I need my DBs to do what they do against, these people that y'all think awesome. But when we get up there, we shut it down. So it was a couple DBs I had to go against, that before the route, I just be like, bro, no hard feelings, but, I got to do what I do. So it was tons of fun, man. Too much fun, man. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like, this year was the year I can't say many negative things about, life, and I really got comfortable and everything. Like, y'all see how the past was, even 9th grade, 10th grade, how things was, where 11th grade, it felt like everything settled down. Like, everything was gonna be okay. You understand me? Like, everything was, on the up and up. Man, and it's amazing, this year I got to go to homecoming, had, it, I want to say, and I might be mistaken here, because you know what? No, I think I want to say I was in the running for homecoming king, you know what I'm saying? Me and, I won't say no names because I believe, she wiped up now. But, and that was a whole experience on its own, and that was super dope. You get to ride around the track with your little suit on and waving to the crowd. It was really cool, man. I had a lot of fun 11th grade year, so I don't really got a lot to say on 11th grade year, but that I experienced a lot of great, beautiful things. And that was just on the football side. Then we get to the track side where I actually started tearing it up, and, my time started getting lower and lower, and, I'm starting to actually have fun and enjoy this, enjoy the people I was with. We got to go to Florida relays, and that was a whole experience on its own. It was, I guess I got to experience what my future could possibly be that 11th grade year, because we went to these camps, we went to, relays where you could see some college, teams running, and you'll be there with some college players, you know what I'm saying? So, and we even, got to see Percy Hall and all them boys that was running track for, Florida Gators at the time. So that was a really, really, really cool year for me. So I can't really say much about it, but that I had fun. I learned a lot. I got to experience different things. And I want to say that the worst thing about it was I think I started to let my guard down a bit in life, thinking that, this was such an amazing year that what could go wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I say that, but when I say what could go wrong, it's more or less like, yo, finally, like, I get to relax and just play football, run track, you know what I'm saying, hang out with my friends, and just have fun. Like, just be like everybody, not everybody else, but just be a regular high school student, I guess you could say. Because, at this year, I was not always, but I was driving. So it was like, it was times I get to drive, to school, and times, after school, my dad would let me drive home. And, that was the biggest thing for me was I had my dad there from start to finish. So it was like everything that I was going through, like on the up and up, I got to share with him, and he got to, see the real joy that it brought me. And, I think that's why he was such a, factor in being a supporter, down the line versus in the beginning was because he realized how much sports, gave me. It gave me a outlet to be me, to have fun, and don't get me wrong, yeah, like I told you in the beginning, it's kind of nerve wracking because I am a kid with asthma, so you do got to kind of be careful what you're doing and try to preserve yourself because you know asthma really ain't no joke if it get to a certain point. So I understood, but once he kind of understood also that I wasn't gonna be out here really just being foolish with it. If I do need my pump, I'm gonna use my pump. I wasn't one of them people that tried to, oh, I don't need that. Nah, I mean, if I'm feeling really, really bad and I can't breathe, I'm finna use it. So with all these, events, I had wonderful coaches. Y'all already know, like my 11th grade year, that was I want to say another downfall, but it wasn't a downfall to me. It was something that at the time I was really upset about. But then that next year, even now, me being older, I think about it, it was what had to happen. And that was football coach named Coach Gray. That boy just walked out on us. And I want to say in the playoffs, in that place where we was going to the playoffs, he just completely walked off the field and completely just quit. Like, hey, I'm done. So I don't know the inner workings of that, what his motivation was for doing that. But then that's when Cardell stepped up, and Cardell was the head coach now. So anybody that know, Miramar football, especially in them years, me personally, I already looked at Cardell as that head coach because like I told you in 10th grade when, they pulled me up and they did all that, me sitting on the bench and he pulled me to defense. And Coach Gray was mad with him for pulling me to defense, but I'm happy he pulled me to defense because I got to get experience at that safety position for this 11th grade year. On top of I already played receiver, JV, I was doing the quarterback thing. Like, even Optimus, I was doing the quarterback thing. So I got to play both sides of the ball. Like, in Optimus, I played DN and all that. But when you the quarterback, especially with Coach Wayne, you ain't doing too much. So that D-line, okay, but you ain't playing no backer, you ain't playing no corner, you ain't playing no safety. I couldn't even play kick return. So me being on that defensive side, 11th grade year, it was major for me. I want to say it definitely made me have that confidence of I don't feel like nobody could touch me. You feel me? Like, yeah, I'm telling you now, I was really, really, really cocky. But that's not the point. I got the experience and I played the punter position. So I actually enjoyed punting. I don't know how people feel about that. I like punting. It was fun. You feel me? It was, something different that I personally just wanted to get better at. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you if I'm playing all the other positions, why not? Some special teams play. And in the process of the special teams learning, in the process of Coach Gray walking out, Cardell became the head coach. And like I said, he was to me already the head coach of the team. I don't know how other people might have felt about it, but that's just how I personally felt about it. So that was another thing that was, like I say, at the time made me upset. But also, when I'm older now, I look at it like everything happened for a reason, and I'm happy that happened like that because who knows how, my senior year would have been if he would have fought for me the way that Cardell did, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, hey, it is what it is. But I also had wonderful track coaches, I Carletta, you already know, and Coach Jackson, hands down. These also was people that was very pivotal to me growing on that track scene because I never ran track before. Like I told you, I like to run, but he made me learn form and make me understand the different events and how to run them. Like the 400, I went out there used the first time and ran at full speed. I almost died on that back 100. But he taught me how to, how to properly run it and how to properly pace myself. And the 200, how to come off that edge. I learned so much from Coach Jackson and Carletta. You feel me? Well, it was amazing. You understand me? So, big shout out to everybody that was involved in my 11th grade year. Like, all my homies, y'all already know like the basic ones, but I did have a couple ones that I won't completely name because they got other things going on in life right now where I don't know, if they want to be associated with me or not. Like I told you, Everybody different. I don't take nothing personal, but you know what I'm saying. I had a whole little circle that I chill with each and every day at lunch, and to the point where everybody knew where to find us at and what we was. I mean, Miramar had it like that. Everybody was kind of clicked out. They had their little spot that they like to hang out with, who they hung out with, and everybody, when it's time to just chill out and go to class or whatever, we hit all the other spots and say what's up to everybody. Cause like I told you, when we was on that team, it was a brotherhood. It was really really dope, man. It was really cool. So when everything's said and done, 11th grade was a year I got to relax. I didn't have to, worry so much. Even though if y'all know me, in the back of my mind, I had all kind of things going on. But as far as school and sports went, it was like probably one of the best years for me to just be at peace for a little second. If that makes sense. Like not even be at peace, but just not being a nothing controversial, or not being, you know, not really being too stressed out as a young man. You understand me? Just being able to enjoy the sports, enjoy the school, enjoy the people, and that was really, what 11th grade really was for me. So, like I said, the camps did a lot for me, and even with us traveling, did even more for me. And I got to meet amazing people through both of them. You understand me? Not to say that to this day I keep in contact with people that I met from that camp, but I got some friends on Facebook just from way back then when I had them in that camp. You feel me? I done seen them grow up like they was my age or a little bit younger. So, you know, that's the only good thing that I care even to say about Facebook is if y'all friends, y'all gonna be friends unless you delete that person. And I don't delete people, so if I met you at some point in my time and we became friends, 9 out of 10 you on my Facebook friends. You feel me? So that's the only good thing I really take from Facebook. You feel me? Because I don't care to be on it like that. But you know, big shout out to that whole coaching staff for 11th grade year. Because with Coach Gray leaving, it could have been way worse than it was, but it's almost like it didn't even affect us. You understand me? Yeah, I told you we lost in the playoffs, but that's also cool because, for us, I was a junior, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But then, could you imagine what kind of hit that was for the seniors, where your head coach that you was talking with all these scouts and X, Y, and Z, he just walked out on you. So that was difficult for them, most definitely. I don't know how I would have dealt with that. Called it like God that would have left my senior year, and then I had to, not know what I was going to do. But that they also had to understand that Carter, like I told you, was already to me the acting man, like the acting head coach of the team anyway. So most of the things that Coach Gray could have had set up for any of them, any of the seniors, I'm pretty sure Carter had their back and was able to pick that up. And he got a good handful of them out of the school. You feel me? I won't say all of them, of course not, because he was stepping into something that you know, Coach Gray just abandoned, but he got a good, handful of them in the school, especially those that was really good, you feel me? So all I'm gonna really say on, like I told you, 11th grade it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Miramar High School, I can't say nothing bad about it because I experienced a lot out there and I did a lot out there. Things that I'm proud of, things that I'm not proud of. So, I could say that all in all, as a man, being the man that I am today, and I look back on it, 11th grade year was low key just a calm year. You understand me? So I appreciate y'all coming through. You know what I'm saying? I got 12th grade coming out shortly. I told y'all that I was gonna finish up the Love My Life series. I don't know, who knows if we gonna make it all the way up to me being 31 now, but we gonna try our best. God willing, I only move when He allowed me to move and tell me to do these things, because at once upon a time I was just gonna leave it be. But the next few years, I feel like it don't have to be told, but I want to tell it so people just understand the things that I personally had to go through to make it to who I am today. Because I wasn't always this meek and humble dude. I wasn't always a God-fearing man. I wasn't always, you understand me, like I wasn't always moving out of love. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I had tons of friends, but I was very aggressive back in the day and very narcissistic. And it was a few things, like I say, that I'm not proud to admit, from me being younger than now. But all of them things, like I told you, our Heavenly Father had His hand on me from when I was a child. So these are the things that I'm just letting y'all know so y'all can see the growth. And those that actually know me, they ever want to comment and make a comment, about it. I'm always open to it because, for the most part of my life, I tried to reconcile and apologize and to get any bad thing or negative thing or hurtful thing I did in my past, clear off my conscience because I wanted them to know that I truly am sorry because, like I say, I was not the best person, when I was younger. But, we're going to leave the video there, man. God bless you all. If I'm going to say anything to y'all, I'd let y'all know, you know what I'm saying? In the world we living in now, your greatest weapon is the Holy Bible. So, you know, this right here, 11th grade year from Miramar, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have 12th grade coming up. Y'all have a blessed day, man. All the praise and glory go to our Heavenly Father.